Hey y'all, it's Shelly. I wanted to share with you my last art journal page. And so I got this new camera. This is my second video, and still trying to figure everything out with this camera. I have some shadows. I know my lighting here is not that great, but the quality on the video is so much better than the camera I had before. So I'm going with it. Maybe one day my lighting will be better, or I can actually record while it's light outside and I can do it outside. But anyway, this is my latest art journal page. I did this on watercolor paper, and it's just the regular. I'm just going to tell you the size of the pad. It is 6x8, so it's just like this mixed media pad that I did my last art journal in. And I picked up another one of those because I had 2 pages left out of the old book that I didn't fit in that first art journal page that I completed. So I'm probably gonna do another book, just make it full again, in the 6x8 size. I really am wanting to do a larger format, but maybe I'll be able to do that soon. So with this page, the only thing that I really had in mind for sure that I wanted to do was I wanted to use this art anthology product. And I had mentioned on my last video, I believe, that these art anthology products might be harder to find. But I noticed I got an email from Blue Moon Scrapbooking, and I noticed that they have some of their products. And this is the Gelate, which they changed the name to Sorbet, and it's in the Honolulu Blue. You can see the shimmer there. So I wanted to use this, and I wanted to use my new Prima stencil, sorry. And so I used the Crackle mask stencil, sorry. But I found with this, if you spread it a lot, it just goes right underneath the mask. Up here you see I just swapped it once and it didn't do that. But I'm going to zoom in so you can see these other places. See how it just spread out underneath the stencil? And that was probably mostly user error on my part, but that was the main reason that I started this page. And I had actually already started it, and I had done some I started the background, but I had no plan when I did the background. But I did it on watercolor paper, and I used 3 different colors of watercolor pencils. I used a light blue, a pink, and a purple. And I just randomly colored all over the page, and then just hit it with my brush and some water. So then I had this just blank background laying around, and I decided that I wanted to add the Gelate, which has been changed to Sorbet by Art Anthology, and I really wanted to use that Prima mask, so slapped it on there. Did a little bit of, it gave me a little bit of learning, taught me a little bit on using the mask and thinner mediums like the Sorbet. So then I started using some stamps that I just picked up from Belinda's Etsy store. She was getting rid of some stamps, And these are all stamps from the UK, and this is Crafty Individuals. And Belinda's screen name is Junk Shop Junkie. And I just loved this whole set of stamps that she sold. She sold like, I don't even know how many was in the set, but it was a really good price. So I used this stamp, just this one tree, right there in the corner. It's kind of muted down now, but you can kind of still see the vein, or like, it looks like veins. And then there's the tree trunk. And I used this paper artsy stamp that I also got from Belinda in that same set, and I used the butterfly. And I was going to use this quote, but it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it, so I skipped both of those, the quote. So I used the paper artsy stamp here, and now I stamped this one on a scrap paper and fussy cut it out so that it would cover that big blob that I had right there. And I stamped it, or I inked it up using my Faber-Castell big brush and the Pink Lake color 129. So I did, here's a wing, this piece, this one down here, and then this one up here came out pretty cool because it almost did just like the back, or the outline. I thought that was really cool. And then I did this stamping also on the scrap paper, and that heart stamp is a, okay, what did I do with the stamp? I kept everything out so I could show you. It's a Fancy Pants Childish Things clear stamp, and I also did that with the Pink Lake, I think it's Pink Lake Pit pen, or yeah, big brush pen. And then I did the blue hearts, the circles, with Salty Ocean Distress ink. And it is a dollar stamp from Joann's Valentine's 1 or 2 years ago. And I have found that I can't just stamp straight on a clear stamp with this ink and have a cool, crisp image. So I inked it up with Versamark first. Then I put my distress ink right over it, and it comes out really nice and clear. So then I had all of this dark blue, and I needed to tie that in some way. So first I took my distress marker and Faded Jeans, and it really was too dark for my taste. So then I went over it with this Marvy pen that I've had forever. I'm surprised it's not dried up, and it's just blue, number 3 blue. And I went around the hearts in the middle, and then I did some dots around the circle. Then I just real messy, drew around the heart and drew some circles inside the middle of the heart. Then I also went around all the edges and, oops, wrong way, sorry. Went around all the edges with the pen as well. And then I had this big open space, and I wanted a quote. So I had this stamp that I got off of eBay. I don't remember the seller name, but if anybody really wanted this stamp, just let me know. I'll find it for you. And it's a quote by Helen Keller. And it says, The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. So I also stamped that I'm sorry, that on that scrap paper, and I used the big brush pen again in the Pink Lake, and then I went around it a little bit with the other, I have like 4 of these Pitt pens. I thought I had more, but I used this one, and it is light cobalt turquoise number 154. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. There you go. This camera is awesome, y'all. So I went around that a little bit, and I went around the edges a little bit with the big brush pens and smudged them up. And I believe that's pretty much what I did. But just a lesson there for everybody on the sorbets by Art Anthology and the stencils or masks, whichever you are using. If you're, if you want this effect up here, swap it once and leave it alone. If you don't mind this messy down here, go ahead and swap all you want with your knife. But I had it on there, and I didn't want to waste this background, so I just decided I would live with the messiness. And I'm not sure if I told you which Prima stencil this was, but I think I showed you. It's the new Crackle stencil. Y'all, I'm crazy about stencils right now and masks. I just can't even, I don't even know. Oh, I did use this circle punch also to punch out the little circles, and I used some matte medium for adhering down these 3 elements, the quote and that one butterfly right there. So let me know what you think. I've babbled on enough, and stay tuned for the giveaway video. I'm still waiting on a package from the UK, I believe. That's why it's taken me a while to get it. So keep watching for that, and I'll have it posted as soon as I get that last package. Thanks for watching.